In this video, we will solve question number 11 from the chapter that is the non-for-profit organization. And numerical question number 11, we will solve it today in this video. One important point regarding to be noted in this is that here receipt and payment account as well as balance sheet is given at the end of March 2016. So you may have your different books, means the edition may be different, or reprinted some other books may be there. So in your book it may be possible, because in this book it is mentioned that both the receipt and payment account as well as the balance sheet is given as it 31st March 2016. But this is actually wrong. Here the correct should be thing is that the receipt and payment account, it's okay, that is it is 31st March 2016, but the balance sheet which is given, that balance sheet is of previous years. If the balance sheet is of the previous year, then itself it means that the balance sheet should have been 31st March 2015, it should have been mentioned, but again here in this question it is mentioned as 31st March 2016. Means both the balance sheet as well as the receipt and payment account that are of the same year. But actually it should not be so, because in the question itself it is mentioned that we have to prepare income and expenditure account as well as the balance sheet at the end of the year also. So it itself means that whatever the balance sheet given on the balance sheet which is given in the question, that balance sheet is not of the current year, but that balance sheet is of the previous year. So for previous year, if the current year is ending at 31st March 2016, so previous year should be 31st March 2015. So if the question is same, if the balance sheet in your question in your book, it is if both the dates are the same, that is 31st March 2016, receipt and payment account is there, as well as for the balance sheet also 31st March 2016 is there, then you should consider the balance sheet which is given in the question, it is of the previous year, and you should go through, means you should consider that this balance sheet of previous year and it should be 31st March 2015. So let us start this question. Very first, we have to prepare the balance sheet, means income and expenditure, and thereafter we will proceed for the preparation of the balance sheet also. So starting with the income and expenditure account. Before starting, you can see here some payments are given, receipt and payment. So payment itself means this will be related with some revenue expenditure or capital expenditure. And as we know, whatever expenditure which we have to record in the income and expenditure account, these expenditures should be of a revenue nature. Similarly, in the receipt side, whatever money we have received, that amount which we have received, that may be of capital nature or revenue nature. And if the amount is of revenue nature and it should also be related to this year, the current year only, then we will record whatever amount as income, whatever is mentioned in the receipt and payment account. Some additional information is given in the form of the balance sheet, that is the balance sheet of the previous year. We should also keep in mind whatever the balance sheet is given also while solving this question. So starting with the very first item which is mentioned in the payment side, means we will starting with the expenditure. Here the very first item regarding payment is the furniture. So furniture we will not be recording in the income and expenditure account, because this is of capital nature and it will go in the balance sheet. It will be mentioned in the balance sheet at the end of the year. Next is the telephone expenses. This is of revenue nature and it is related with this year also. So we will record the telephone expenditure first of all here. To telephone expenses. Telephone expenses. 800 is the telephone expenses. Next is salaries mentioned. Here two salaries are mentioned, that is of the current year as well as the previous year. So since we are preparing the balance sheet at the end of the 31st March 2016, so expenses related with the year 2015-16 only will be recording in this income and expenditure account. So to salary, the amount is 4,000, and any additional information? Yes, nothing is mentioned regarding additional information. So to salary, 4,000 is the expenses of salary for the current year. Again, newspaper is there. To newspaper, amount is 700. Then sundry expenses is mentioned. To sundry expenses. Here sundry expenses, these are of 1000, amount 1000. Next is defense bond as well as land. These are kept of revenue nature. It will be, you can say, it will be mentioned in the balance sheet, which we will prepare later. Again, closing balance of cash is given. This is also, it will be mentioned in the balance sheet also. Now let us come to income side. Whatever income is mentioned. First is opening balance. This is the opening balance. This is not an income. Similarly, subscription 2015-16. Some subscription is mentioned. By subscription. By subscription. The amount of subscription mentioned is for 2015-16, that is 22,000. And in the balance sheet also, the previous year balance sheet, some advance subscription is also mentioned. So this subscription which is mentioned in the previous year balance sheet, it means that this subscription was actually received for the current year, because it was given as the advance in the previous year. It means this belongs to the current year. So we will be adding this advance subscription also. So first of all, 22,000 is the subscription for the current year. Then we will be adding advance subscription. Advance subscription of what? Previous year. Of previous year. Amount is 1000. So total it will come to 23,000. Next is entrance fees is there. This is also an income also. It will mention in the income side by entrance fee. This entrance fees is 2,800. Next is locker rent is mentioned. And again, for in the previous year balance sheet again, so advance locker rent of the previous year is also mentioned. So this will be also considered as income for the current year. So we will be writing here by locker rent, and amount of the current year is 1000. And locker rent received in advance, that is, it was given as advance in the previous year. It means it belongs to the current year. This will be added. The amount is here we will be writing 1,200. Locker rent will be added by add advance locker rent of previous year. Instead of previous year, we can write the year also, that is the financial year 2014-15 also you can write. This is also correct. Locker rent is now 1,200. Life membership fees, it is a capital. This is receipt as a capital receipt. It will go in the balance sheet. It will mention in the balance sheet. And lastly, government grant. By government grant. Government grant amount is 11,000. 11,000. Now let us add this amount, 23,000 plus 2,800, 25,800, and this 11,000 plus 1,200 means 12,200. 12,200. It will come to 0, 6, 7, and 8. Yes, it comes to 38,000. Now let us see the expenditure. This 4,000, 1,000, 5,000, 5,800 is 6,500. This is the expenditure. 6,500. It will come to 31,500. Let us see. Yes, the answer is also 31,500. This is to surplus. Amount will be total of income and expenditure. It will come to 38,000. This side also 38,000. This is the 38,000. This is income and expenditure. 31,000. This is the surplus. Now the balance sheet which we will prepare for the current year. This surplus will be mentioned in that balance sheet, wherein this surplus will be added in the capital fund, which will be mentioned in the balance sheet. Now let us come to the balance sheet of the income and expenditure account we have prepared. Now let us come to the balance sheet. Now, very first capital fund is given in the balance sheet itself. The capital fund is 36,800. Capital fund 36,800. Here the surplus amount which we have calculated in the income expenditure account, that will be added. That is 31,500 was the surplus, and surplus 31,500. That was the surplus. Now the life membership fees, that will also be added in the capital fund itself. Add life membership fee. Amount is 1,200. Now all these things will be added, and in the outer column it will be written as 36, 37, 38, 48, 50, 68, 69,500. 69,500. It comes to 69. 67, 68, 69,500. Yes, 69,500. Now, some more liabilities are given in the balance sheet. Outstanding salary. The next is outstanding. In the liability side, you can see in the previous year balance sheet, advance locker rent was mentioned. This was already added in the income and expenditure account along with locker rent. Similarly, subscription received in advance, it is also mentioned in the previous year balance sheet. This subscription was again added in the income and expenditure account. Next is the outstanding salary of rupees 2,000. Now you can see here that outstanding salary of rupees 2,000 is mentioned in the liability side of the current year. So any liabilities, let us see. Yes, one more thing. And in the income receipt and payment account, you can see that one more thing is mentioned. In the receipt and payment account, you can see 2014 and 2014-15, again 2015 and 16. These two salaries are mentioned. You can see here 1,000 and 4,000 respectively. Now you can see here that in the receipt and payment account, in the payment side, you can see the salary again is the financial year 2014-15 and 15-16 are mentioned, wherein 1,000 and 2,000 is mentioned. Now, what is given in the previous year balance sheet, that is important, is outstanding salary. This outstanding salary was 2,000. Now, out of this 2,000, 1,000 of the previous year has been paid. If 1,000 is paid, then what is the remaining amount? This remaining amount means only 1,000 is still outstanding of the previous year. Means the previous year salary is still outstanding, that will amount to 1,000. Means out of the total 1,000 is paid, remaining is 1,000 still is outstanding. So outstanding salary will also be mentioned. Outstanding salary 1,000. Next is loan is mentioned, and as regard loan, nothing is mentioned that loan has been repaid. So the total amount of loan will also be considered as liability. It will also be mentioned in the liability side. Loan is 10,000. Next is capital fund, that we have already mentioned here. The capital fund part, that is already mentioned. Now let us see if any more thing is there. Nothing is there. Now let us come to the asset side of the balance sheet. In the asset side, cash in hand is with, in the previous year balance sheet, you can see. In the previous year balance sheet, the cash in hand is 12,000 is given, and whatever cash in hand we have to write, that is always mentioned in the income receipt and payment account, that the closing balance of receipt and payment account is of, with regard to cash, is 2,500. The cash in hand is cash in hand for the current year, and at the end of the year it is mentioned in the receipt and payment account. You can see the closing balance of 2,500, it is mentioned 2,500. Next is outstanding subscription. Now you can see here the outstanding subscription is also mentioned here. Outstanding subscription in the previous year balance sheet is 3,000, it is mentioned. You can see in the balance sheet outstanding subscription of 3,000 is mentioned. Means the previous year, it means the previous year is what? 2014-15. This is the previous year. And for previous year, outstanding subscription was 3,000. Now what is given in the receipt and payment account, you can see that for the year 2014-15, out of this 3,000, 2,000 has been received. In for previous year, the outstanding was 3,000, and out of this 3,000, 2,000 has been received. So 1,000 still is outstanding. This is outstanding subscription for the current year. So it is also an asset. Subscription outstanding. Subscription outstanding. That is 1,000. Subscription outstanding. Next is building. 35,000 building is given. Building 35,000. Now let us go to the payment side of the receipt and payment account. The furniture of 4,000 was also purchased, so this is also an asset. It will mention in the asset side. Furniture 4,000 has been purchased. It is a capital expenditure. Telephone expenses, it has already been mentioned in the income and expenditure account. Then salary 2,000. This is the salary which has been paid. It has already been dealt in the income and expenditure account. Moreover, here the outstanding salary is also mentioned in the liability side, because out of this only 1,000 we have to write. That's fine. This is loan. This salary is also already mentioned. Outstanding salary, which is an expenditure, which is means this is a liability. Means out of the rupees 2,000, we have already. I've already told how this 1,000 has arrived. We have come to 1,000. This because in the previous year 2,000 was outstanding. After that was 2,000. 1,000 has already been paid. So still salary outstanding is of rupees 1,000. This has been mentioned. Now newspaper, it is a revenue expenditure. Sundry expenses we have already mentioned. Now defense bond. This is the capital expenditure. This is an asset. Defense bond. Defense bond. The amount is 18,000. 18,000. Next is land. It is also an asset. That is the fixed assets. Amount of land purchase is 20,000. The last one, that was the cash, which we have already mentioned in the very beginning also. Now everything we have get it. Now let us do the total of all these things. 2,500 plus this 3,000, 35 plus 3, 38,500. 38,500. And then 4, 20 plus 18, 38 plus 4. 42,000. This will come to 80,500. Let us see the total. Yes, total is 80,500. 80,500. Let us do the total of this side also. 69 plus 1, 70 plus 10,000, 80, 80,500. Here also the total is. So this is, we have come to the end of this solution of question number 11. It was of question number 11 solution. Question number 11. Now in the next video we will solve the next question also, that is question number 12.